Switching gears now to COVID and mask mandates in New York City, where public school students do not have to wear masks now outdoors as they come back from recess. But the question remains about indoor mask wearing, and I talked about that with Mayor Eric Adams, when he will make his decision. We spoke this morning.
First of all, I have to take my hat off to New Yorkers, the doctors, everyone who have come together and just stated, let's respond in a smart way. And what we are doing, children are coming back from recess. We're going to do an analysis of the numbers, and on Friday we're going to announce the indoor removal of masks for our babies, as well as looking at some of the other mandates for restaurants and others, pulling them back as well. So this is a great time. We should be celebrating. New York is opening again, and that's an important part of this hurdle that we're going to get over.
Is there a particular level or a data point that you need to see to make that decision, Mayor, or are there more factors involved in that?
No, there are several things we're looking at, but we are trending in the right direction. And every morning when I wake up and speak with my doctors, as I stated from the beginning, we're going to follow the science, and they have followed the science. We want to get to, we're at the right level we want to be. We just don't want to move too quickly now that children are coming back. We've always stated the safest place for children is in school. But many of them have been home for a week. And so we want to make the right decision because 1 million children are coming back to our school. We're going to get it right. We can't close down our city again. Yeah. That is what I'm not going to allow to happen.
You mentioned the broader mandate, the Key to New York City mandate, and tweeted that these requirements could be removed by next Monday, to your point. Why end the mandate for restaurants and bars, sir, if 96% of the city is vaccinated? Who would that help?
It would help everyone. Believe it or not, the mandates allowed us to get here. Having over 75% of New York is mandated, over 80% having at least one shot. It was the mandates that really compelled some New Yorkers to go further and get vaccinated. And now we went from being the epicenter of COVID to an example of how to get it right. And so we know if we get people back in the seats, we're going to be able to help low-wage workers, the dishwashers, the kitchen attendants, the waiters. And so this is why it's important to get people back into our restaurants, because it's an industry that's, I believe, is the bellwether of the success of our city.
Mayor Adams, will you revoke the private employer mandate so Kyrie Irving can play at the Barclays Center?
That's a question we hear all the time. Listen, the mandates got us here. We can instantly get Kyrie to play. Just get that shot in the arm. I got it. And so, but seriously, listen, I want a championship ring. I'm a Brooklyn Nets fan, and I want to win. But let me tell you what I want to win the most. I want to win for New York.
Yeah.
If we don't send the right message, then we're going to lose as a city. And I got to win for New York City. One individual cannot impact the rules for all of us. And so I'm hoping that he understands the importance of vaccination as a major symbol that this city must recover. And look, as a compassionate capitalist, I believe on this floor is what America is all about, and we need to continue to lift up capitalism in a compassionate way that everyone can succeed. That's who we are as a country, and darn it, I love being in this country and this city.
Sounds like we might have an event with the mayor and Kyrie. I'm going to wait for news on that. Mayor, lastly, you said in December that you were going to create a color-coded alert system, kind of like the terror alert system, but for the virus, to give us a sense of where the threat level was at any given time. Is there any reason for that now? Are you moving on?
We have a system. My team and I, we look at the color coded every day, but we do have a system in place, and we're going to let the public look at it as well. Because, listen, COVID did not go away. Let's be clear on that.
Yeah.
We could always be on the verge of another variant, so we want to continue to be smart, do it the right way. We are just easing up on the mandates because we've done a great job. And so now it's time to get New Yorkers back to work. I don't care if it's starting 2 days a week, elevating to 3 to 4 to 5 days a week, but you can't run New York City economies without having New Yorkers back into that office space so that we can feed the ecosystem of finance in our city. And so we've done the right things.
Yeah.
Now it's time for us to move forward as a city.
We've been talking about the coming days, the coming weeks here, Mayor. Do you have a goal, at least, that by the end of this school year, by spring, students are going to school indoors and outdoors without a mask on?
Yes, without a doubt. By that time, we continue to do the things we're doing, continue to trend in the right direction. We're going to see children once again seeing those beautiful smiles.
What about kids under 5, Mayor?
Children.
Those under 5 who don't have access to a vaccine, would they still need to wear a mask at daycare or pre-K?
Yes, we have to. In daycare and pre-K, those areas where children are not vaccinated or they're not taking the vaccine, we have to still take the precautions that's needed. But eventually, we want to evolve from that as well. But my healthcare professionals are stated, Eric, they're not vaccinated. They're in close environment. We have to protect these children. But eventually, we're hoping to evolve out of that as well.